earth has a biblical origin. You all come from the names that's written in the Bible. You were never known as Caucasian. You were never known, my brother right here, as an African and American. God called you an Israelite. What is your nationality? If you go fill out a job application, what do you have to put down? Black African American. So guess what? According to the Bible, God said you're an Israelite of the tribe of Judah. And we can prove that. Go to Genesis chapter 49, verse 10. I'm going to prove to you exactly how are you a Judite. We can prove in the Bible how a white, so-called white person is not really white. He's red. After his father Esau. So what I'm trying to say is this. We have to be taught the truth and run away from the lies and forsake the lies. So let's get there real quick. How are you from the tribe of Judah? My brother right here, I see you got a Judah shirt on. We're going to prove that in the history right now. Before this, give me Job chapter 8, verse 8. Let's see what the Bible says about history, all right? Or researching our fathers, you understand? Because this Bible is specifically only speaking about us, our history book. This is ours. The most greatest book on earth is speaking about us. So read that.
The book of Job, chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
God said this, according to this Bible. Inquire, meaning do your research, right? Or seek out, inquire of the former age. Go into history. Because we was brought up in society, we have to learn the history of what? Their curriculum, correct? So we think that that's all history. But no, look up the history of this Bible. Your fathers. Right? Read on.
And prepare thyself to search of their father.
Prepare yourself to do research of your fathers.
Job 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their father.
It says, prepare yourself for the search of your fathers. Deuteronomy 32, verse 7. So let's see what it says about our fathers specifically.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee thy elders, and they will tell thee when the Most High.
So now, right now, let me make my point. We're talking about the Most High God of this Bible right now. When the Most High, because the Lord, He created everything. God created everything. That's what we're talking about, the Most High. So when you go by God's program, you understand what I'm saying? So let's see what God's program, what He set up. Read.
When the Most High divide to the nations.
Hold on. So the Most High divided the nations. So hold on. A lot of people like to say, oh, they racist, we racist, this racist. God is racist. Who made many nations? God did. And in particular, God had a favorite nation. And that's you. That's us. But we don't realize that. We think we are one people here in America. God never said that. Why did God make many? I've never made a nation before. I've never made a people before. But God made many nations. And in particular, your balance or your place here on earth is that you, your race of our people, are better than all nations. We're blessed above all nations. And we don't know that. Because if you know that, you wouldn't be the main ones in here gunning our people down on the street corner. You need another race of people to govern and police us as a nation. We can't even police ourselves. But we don't know how special we are. So God divided races. God is racist. He made different races. And He said you were His favorite. You so-called blacks. You Hispanics. You so-called Hispanics. You are God's people as well, biblically. Right. Everybody is not chosen of God. Right. Y'all got to go back to the history of this Bible. There's an order of this script of this Bible. There's an order that God set up. He said there's the Most High God. There's Christ, the people of God, and then all the other nations under us. That's the true order of this world. Right. But you don't know that. Why? Because, give me Job chapter 9, verse 24. Read this right here, verse 8.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
God divided each and every single nation their inheritance, meaning their plots of land. You live here, you live there, you go over there. Edom, the so-called white man, you go over here. The children of Israel, my children, you have all of this and everywhere that you set your feet upon. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody give me that scripture if you can get it too. Read on.
And when he separated the sons of Adam.
We all come from Adam, right? When he separated the sons of Adam, right?
He set the boundaries of the He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
God set the bounds, meaning the limit of the people of the nations, according to the number of the children of Israel, so that the nations would not outnumber us as a nation. Now look, they divide us here in this world, right? Because they call you African. They may call a so-called Puerto Rican brother Puerto Rican, a so-called Dominican. But according to God, we are all one nation. Now, if you gather all those that's in South America, all those that's in the Caribbean islands, and some parts of western parts of Africa, don't you know that we outnumber the sands of the sea? So read this real quick. Let me show you why we are indoctrinated in the white man's religion and the white man's doctrine and the white man's program. It's because God said this in the Bible. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given.
The what?
The earth is given.
Hold on. God said the earth is given to somebody or some type of entity. Let's see what the earth that we're standing on today, who is the earth given to? By God. Read on. Read it from the top.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Hold on. God said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Malachi. Get Malachi. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. God said the earth that we standing on is given into the hand of the wicked. In Job chapter 9 verse 24. Who are the wicked? Look at the acts of the people that's living on this earth right now, that's governing laws and institutions and embargoes on countries. Who is the superpower here on earth? America.
Right.
The so-called, that was founded by what? The so-called white man. This is not hate or hatred against any race. It's truth in the Bible.
Right.
We must not be asleep here in the last days. Right. While they're making moves on your lives, we just still here worried about BET or a football game or what's going on in the rap world.
Right.
They keep us stuck here in America off lies and philosophies while we trying to wake our people up out of the lies and learn this truth. Right. So read this what you got. It said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And then go back to Genesis chapter 49, because we're going to get that about Judah. I'm not coming from that. I'm building it up so you can understand afterwards. This is not our land. This is not our country. How the world is right now, it's not meant for us to live this way. You understand? So read this. The wicked, read.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are empowered.
You know what? I'm going to prove something in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. God don't love everybody. Read verse 2.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you.
Hold on, read verse 1. We're going to get to the point. Here we go. We're going to stay in the context. That's what the Christian church say. You got to stay in the context. We're going to stay in the context of Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. All right? Right before the book of Matthew, what did God say? Read.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel.
To who?
To Israel.
We're talking about Israel. But you don't identify with that name because they call us African American. So when you open up the Bible, you don't see you see Israel, Israeli. Those that are in our land today. You understand what I'm saying? That impostered and took our land when we ran out of it and we fled into Africa. That's another part of history as well, but we're going to explain that. How did you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, how did y'all get into Africa? From Jerusalem. You was running from Roman persecution.
That's right.
From white persecution.
That's right.
Y'all was running like y'all was running in slavery. In Jerusalem, from the Romans, y'all ran into Africa and throughout the four corners of the earth. Christ prophesied about that. Oh, what you got to give me that right there. So let's see what God said about the children of Israel. Keep going.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
This is the prophet Malachi speaking of Israel, not nobody else. Let's see what he said about Israel. Read.
I have loved you.
Wait a minute. God was speaking through the prophets of the Bible. If it wasn't true, it wouldn't be in the Bible. We all love God. We all love the Bible. We all love Jesus, right? So we're going to go by what everything the Bible say. Malachi, the prophet of God, was speaking to Israel, and he said what?
I have loved you.
He said, I have loved you. Read.
Saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
So vision like this. God is up top. I'm the prophet Malachi right now, right? And these are all my people of Israel. Malachi is speaking, I have loved you. And then I'm talking to my people, but you have said, where has you loved us? It's talking, God is speaking through me. You see what I'm saying? Read on.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
So he's bringing it back into the history of our people, right? Of our father Isaac. He's saying, was not Esau Jacob's brother? Who is Jacob? Jacob is you. Who is Esau? The red race, the red nation, Edom, right? That's what red means. Read on.
Verse 2, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Esau, was he not Jacob's brother? Read.
Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob.
He said, even though Esau was the firstborn, yet I love Jacob. Hold on, so if he loved Jacob, wouldn't he love Esau? If God loved Jacob, wouldn't he love Esau? Let's see what God said by the mouth of the prophet Malachi. Read.
And I hated Esau.
Hold on, God don't hate nobody. What did God say in the Bible?
And I hated Esau.
See, look, this is one of the doctrines that we was taught in this earth by the white man. That God, the Lord of all things, loves everybody. Once again, we are speaking to the so-called blacks, you so-called Jamaicans, you so-called Haitians, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you so-called Dominicans, you so-called Native and Seminole Indians. You are the children of God, the Israelites. So read that what you got, verse 2.
Verse 2.
So we are talking about the people that have slayed us perpetually, right? Read.
I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
God said that he hates Edom. God said that he hates Edom. Let's see why God hates Edom. Read.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said,
this is what Edom said. Read.
We are impoverished.
We are poor. We are desolate. We are low, right? We are impoverished. Read.
But we will return and build the desolate place.
When did they become low? During the time of the Romans. Rome fell by a man named Septimius Severus. Thank you. Right. He was an Israelite. He was actually a gladiator at that. You seen the movie Gladiator? Well, if you go into the movie, that man was really Septimius Severus. He was the one who basically took down the empire of Rome by the art of war and everything like that. A gladiator, right? That's in history as well. But what we're trying to get to is that Rome right here fell. Edom fell and was impoverished. But then they came back during the time of the Renaissance era with this image right here. You see what I'm saying? This is how they came back. And they taught the lie that Christ was white. God is white, the disciples was white, and they started to indoctrinate all the dark races and Hellenize the world with their philosophies, like Greece and Zeus and all this kind of stuff like that. So keep reading.
We are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate place.
And that's how they returned, because they gave the world this right here. And you read about that in Revelation chapter 15, verse 13. I know we're going over a lot, but what I want to do while he getting that, I'm going to go back to how you are Judah. Go to Genesis real quick. I know I told you to get everything else, but hold that, all right? Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good right now. This is how you are the tribe of Judah. No.
Genesis 49, verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thine hand shall be in the neck of thine enemy.
Look, it said the whole tribe of Judah. You know what? You're right. Let's go to verse 1 so you understand the context. Go to verse 1.
Genesis 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his son.
This is Jacob, our forefather, right? Jacob was the son of our forefather Isaac before him. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so he said this to his sons. Jacob had 12 sons of the nation, right? Of our nation. He had 12 sons, and you're going to read about them. Read.
And said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
Okay, so this is the point. He said, gather yourselves together, my sons. Come together. I'm going to tell you a prophecy what's going to happen to you in the last days. I don't know if you're looking around at what's going on in the world right now, but we are truly living in the last days. Biblically, the last days began when Christ came on the scene and he died for our sins. Because he said this, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Because after the last days, you're going to receive the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of hell. You understand? So we're trying to strive to get to the kingdom of heaven. Oh, that's right. We know how to get to the kingdom of heaven according to this Bible. We got the rules and instructions. How do you get to the kingdom? Keep God's commandments. How do you get to the kingdom of heaven? Keep God's commandments. So let's read about the tribe of Judah, who are you so-called blacks and African Americans. How are you the tribe of Judah? Read.
Verse 8. Genesis 49 verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thine hand.
Look, it says, thou art he who thy brethren, all the 12 tribes and everybody on earth shall praise. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. Out of all the 12 tribes who you see right here on this sign, Judah is the head tribe of all the tribe of the nation. We are had at a much responsibility to be the examples of righteousness for our brothers and this earth. So it says, you are the tribe that your brethren shall praise. Like, dang, yes, that's my brother Judah right there. That's the spirit of you. You also read about the Judah as the tribe of the lion of the tribe of Judah, right? Lion is prime. He has pride about himself. He's very masculine. You know what I'm saying? So read on. Judah is thou who your brother shall praise, right? Read.
Thine hand shall be in the neck of thine enemy.
Who is the enemy? Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48. Who is the enemy of the tribe of Judah? And not just Judah, all the tribes. Because what did we go through here that we had to go through from our enemies? Slavery. We was brought over here by our enemies. So he said the tribe of Judah is going to be the neck of your enemies. This right here, we living in the neck of our enemies. Because America is a superpower. And guess who built the head of all of this? We did, by slavery. So it's giving you a biblical examples and spiritually giving you a biblical explanation of the spirit of Judah and what the whole tribe will be going through. You understand? So let's see who is the enemy according to the tribe of Judah in all the 12 tribes. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Hold on. Somebody was going to serve some enemies. Let's see how they was going to serve the enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Why did it say God said we was going to serve our enemies? Because we broke our Father's commandments. We broke God's commandments. We so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, we are God's children. And just like how a father is to his child, we did not listen to our God. So, like a responsible parent that the Most High is, he punished us with slavery. He didn't kill us like he could have. He punished us. He whipped us on the side with slavery. That's why slavery happened to the so-called African American. Because it was a punishment from our Father. We was given the responsibility to keep his commandments, and we didn't do it. Because our people still today, you sisters are still wearing pants. You brothers are still trying to whore out your women. You brothers are still not trying to marry these women and take care of your families. Y'all still eating pork, celebrating Easter. So you will serve your enemies. Read on.
In hunger.
You will serve them for food and slavery. You serve your enemies for food and slavery. These are clues telling you that you would serve your enemies. And it's speaking to you, so-called Haitian man. To you, so-called Jamaican sister. To you, you so-called Puerto Rican and Hispanic. You so-called black man is talking to you, Brandon. This is what happened to you a long time ago. To your forefathers. To your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. And slavery in the 1600s until now. You understand? So how else will we serve our enemies? Read on.
And in thirst.
If you needed water, how would you serve your enemies? In slavery, because they didn't let you die. You needed to get up the next day to pick some more cotton. So if you was thirsty, I was thirsty, master. They throw you some water down there to drink it so you can survive and keep going. You understand? Read on.
And in nakedness.
And if you needed clothes, they gave you rags on your back so that you wouldn't get sick enough to live, so you can live enough to keep on working and slave for them, right? Read on.
And in the want of all things.
And even till now, look, we still got to eat their foods, how they process their foods. We still got to wear their clothing, even what we have on today. We didn't make none of this. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So look, it's giving you clues. We will serve him in hunger and in thirst and nakedness for clothing. We still doing that today. because we eat their foods. We got to, if OUC, if we don't pay that bill, what happens? It get cut off. Whose waterways do they, who control it? The wicked, you understand? So now their clothing, right? Because we don't make none of this. They do. The textiles, the boots we got on, the cameras, everything. It says in the one of all things, everything we need. Our driver's license. They put you a Floridian. Well, God called you an Israelite. This is your true identity. This is your true identity. This is your ID right here. Not a card that says you're a Floridian or an American. The world made that. We are not of this world. We are the kingdom of God. We are his children. And that's the mind state that we need to get our people back into. So y'all can stop selling the dope. Stop whoring out your women. So you can stop being in the club on Friday nights and then on Sunday say, all praises, thank you Jesus, it's Easter. Y'all was just in the club last night and then you're going to go on Easter Sunday and praise the Lord. Hypocrites. We have become hypocrites as a people. So we're trying to show our people how to love God accordingly. So that you won't be shot down on the street corner. And in one of all things, and here go another clue on how Judah was going to serve their enemies. On how Judah would be in the neck of their enemies. How else would Judah be? Read.
And he shall put in...
The he is who? I want to make sure we're on the same level. Because the main part of it is that we was talking about the enemy, right? We're talking about the enemy. Who is the he right here? Exactly. So it says, and he...
And he...
The he right here, that's our enemy, is the white man. And not only him, the European, the Spaniard, the Polish, the Portuguese, you understand? The Dutch, the French. These were all progenitors of Edom. The original French were the Edomites. You understand? And they learned that language of French. The original Spaniards, they were Edom. You understand what I'm saying? When you go back to the heritage of the Russians, the Germans, the Europeans, the Polish, the Dutch, it all take you back to the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. The Edomites. They're not really white. They're red. Their father's name is Esau. Their father's name is Edom. So read on. We will serve our enemy. How will we serve him? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who had yokes of iron upon their necks? Who did that happen to? You so-called Africans off the west ports of Africa. You were sold to your slave master. Give me that prophecy real quick. This is how you were sold. Check this out. Because in history, it was something called the transatlantic slave trade. You understand what I'm saying? And in that transatlantic slave trade, we was in Africa, in our villages, right? Keeping our laws and statutes as Israelites. It's so much facts and proof that we can show you right now, bro. But the main part is this. You so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, according to history and according to the understanding of this Bible, you are the true people of God.
That's right.
You are the Israelites. We must wake up and change our ways.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.